Benvenuto al Palazzo del Popolo. Consul General Strozzi, Supervisor Stefani, Consuls General, distinguished members of the community, good afternoon and welcome to the City Hall, the People's Palace. I am Mariam Mudiroglu, Chief of Protocol, and it's an honor to celebrate Italian Heritage Month with you on behalf of Mayor London Breed and the City of San Francisco. The Italian community has profoundly shaped our city, from the vibrant streets of North Beach to the heart of the arts, culture, and economy. The flavors of music and strong family traditions of Italy are woven into the very fabric of San Francisco. In this spirit, I'd like to extend special thank you to Richard Armanino, Chair of the San Francisco Assisi Sister City Committee, which is celebrating 55 years of partnership. Thank you, Richard. Just like his late father, Richard has been instrumental in fastening and fostering the people-to-people connections between San Francisco and Italy. And his dedication to organizing this event each year ensures its ongoing success. Thank you again. Mayor Breed understands the importance of celebrating our diverse communities, and Italian Heritage Month reflects that commitment. Thank you to the Italian community for your lasting impact. We look forward to continuing this rich partnership for many years to come. Buon Italian Heritage Month. And now, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Supervisor Catherine Stefani, a proud representative of District 2, my district, and a dedicated public servant. She has worked tirelessly on the Board of Supervisors, focusing on public safety, affordable housing, and revitalizing small businesses, all for the betterment of San Francisco. With her Italian heritage rooted in the strong sense of community, Catherine brings heart and tenacity to everything she does. A tireless advocate for gun violence prevention, she has led the charge in banning ghost guns and creating safer streets. Thank you. Her contributions continue to shape San Francisco for the better, and we are grateful for her unwavering commitment to the city and county of San Francisco. Thank you so much, Supervisor Stefani.
Grazie mille, Mariam. Buon pomeriggio, ciao a tutti. It's so great to have everybody here. I'm so excited. My name's Catherine Stefani. I'm the District 2 Supervisor. I'm sorry, I just dropped your notes, Mariam. And I want to welcome you all to the 2024 Italian Heritage Month celebration. And before we begin the program, I'd like to invite Maria Pignatti up to sing our national anthems. And we actually printed out the words to the Italian national anthem if you want to sing along. And I believe she'll be accompanied by Ron Borelli, the accordionist. And so take it away, Maria.
Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia si dista dell'elmo di Scipio, si cinta giusta, dove la vittoria le porga la chioma, che schiava di Roma e Dio la creò. Srigiancia corte, sia pronti alla morte, sia pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Srigiancia corte, sia pronti alla morte, sia pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Sì. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming on the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, yet through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, brava, that was amazing, always amazing. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. This is truly a special gathering as we raise the flag in honor of Italian Heritage Month and begin our month-long celebrations, including the longest-running parade in America, the Italian American Heritage Parade, 155 years. Sunday, October 13th, since 1869. So how many people here are proud of their Italian roots? All right, I think we would be a little louder than how many of us are really proud to be Italian? Yes, yes, that's more like it. You know, we Italians are loud and proud. So I am one of those proud Italians. My great-grandfather came over here from Lucca, Italy, when he was 23 years old in 1890. He was born into poverty, one of 13 children, and he came to America like many of our ancestors did for a better way of life, looking for that success. And he found it in the Central Valley in Merced because he worked very hard and made enough money to buy some land and became a tomato farmer. As some of you in the Central Valley that grew up with me, you know what it's like to grow up from a family that is all about produce. So that's one of our Italian heritage things. So in 1986, also my great-grandfather, answered the call from an Italian ad from A.P. Giannini to rebuild San Francisco after the earthquake. And he came here, lived in San Francisco for a while, and rebuilt San Francisco. You know, my story of how my ancestors came to the United States are your stories too. And I know we care so much about how we got here, and the fact, if they could see us now, I know they'd be so happy. But we also heard stories growing up of discrimination and stereotypes. I remember my own grandfather telling me of his success. He did not have the luxury of graduating even from the 8th grade, but he was able to start a clothing store in the Central Valley. And once he was successful, everyone thought, of course, he must be part of the mafia, you know. So it was one of those things, those stereotypes that we've had to fight off. And during World War II, I remember my dad saying, you know, Italian wasn't really spoken in the family home as much because nobody really really wanted to share their Italian heritage during World War II because a lot of Italians were interned, especially up here in San Mateo County. So we know there's a lot of history that we need to be mindful of, but what really I remember growing up as Italian is the emphasis on faith, family, food, and fun. Sunday dinners, and for my family, a real emphasis on the service to others, and it's one of the things that's led me into this job. It's why when I meet people in the Italian community, they instantly feel like brothers, like Richard Armanino feels like, oh, let's get this clear, my older brother by 6 months, why Tony DeLorio feels like a cousin to me, why Juliana feels like a sister to me. It's like we are so bonded in how we grew up, and it's so special to have these connections. I love the Italian community here in San Francisco. And I want to say, too, that when I started this job in 2018, there was something that happened to the Italian community in San Francisco that I just want to address, because it's one of the things that has kept me so focused on making sure the Italian community is heard and seen. When I got here in January of 2018, they were changing the name of Columbus Day. And it was a lot of hurt in the Italian community. The Italian community felt unseen and unheard, and it absolutely broke my heart. And I knew I had to do something to fix it. I knew that it was unacceptable for the people that I loved, for a community that I grew up in, to feel as if they didn't matter. And so we embarked on a way to correct that and to heal that with Nick Fagoni. And I passed an ordinance creating Italian American Heritage Day on that second Monday in October. And then we passed Italian American Heritage Month, which we're celebrating now, the entire month of October. And then I joined the Sister City Committee and went to Assisi for the 50th anniversary with Angela Aliotto, who was a former supervisor and president of the Board of Supervisors. Her son joins us here today, Gianpaolo. And then we had the North Beach revitalization projects. I know our Consul General is going to speak about the Italian Honor Walk, which is so exciting. I've honored so many Italian Americans at the Board of Supervisors to let everyone know that we are still here and we are still doing incredible things. And last year we started this celebration at City Hall, and now we're doing it again. And I know we're going to do it for years to come, because it is so important for us to recognize what we bring to the table and what we've brought over centuries now. And I just want to say, let's not forget that San Francisco is named after an Italian, St. Francis of Assisi. The Italian footprint in San Francisco is large. I'm just going to name a few for you. 1847, guess who came here? Domenica Ghirardelli. We still have Ghirardelli Square in my district, and of course we all love the chocolate. 1850, 2 Italian Jesuit priests started St. Ignatius College. It's the University of San Francisco. In 1906, a famed photographer, Giovanni Monaco, captured over hundreds of photos, and they remain really the only photos of the devastation of the 1906 earthquake. In 1906, of course, A.P. Giannini, who's getting a whole film devoted to him, The Little Fella, which everyone should watch, created, of course, the Bank of Italy, which is now the Bank of America. In 1923, Gaetano Merola established the first opera company, and we just celebrated 100 years of our opera. So thank you to that Italian as well. Of course, we have great Italian athletes, Joe DiMaggio, Dom DiMaggio, Tony Lazzara, and Frank Corsetti, who all come from San Francisco. Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who started City Lights Bookstore. And our public service is loud and proud. Mayors Angelo Rossi, Joseph Aliotto, and George Moscone, who we will be celebrating soon. And of course, Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi became the first woman to serve as Speaker of the House of Representatives. So I think we have a lot to be proud of. As Italians in San Francisco, we have really done a lot. I want to acknowledge and thank several people for making today possible. We have Francesco and Monica Cavucci of Casaro Osteria on Union Street, which is in District 2. I'm giving that a plug, but also Il Casaro and Barbera. I hope I got that right. And then, of course, they're the new owners of North Beach Restaurant, and they're going to be opening North Beach soon. So thank you, Francesco and Monica, and for providing the food today. Also, Bill Izetta with Capo Izetta and Nick Fagoni with the San Francisco Italian Athletic Club for the wine and the water. Water's very necessary today. And the San Francisco chapter, these are not my bodyguards up here, but I do need them at times. The San Francisco chapter of the Carabinieri, our Italian police force, and we're very excited to always have them at our events. Sharon Maher with the Italian consulate, who's always so helpful, and of course Richard Armanino, chairman of the San Francisco Sister City Committee with Assisi, which was again created in 1969 by our second Italian mayor, Joe Aliotto. Also, I want to let all of you know that City Hall and Coit Tower will be lit up tonight in the colors of the Italian flag, which I know you all know are green, white, and red, so look for that this evening. And now I would like to invite Miriam back up to join me in presenting Consul General Sergio Strozzi on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco, a proclamation commemorating Italian Heritage Month in San Francisco.
Before I speak. It is our honor on behalf of Mayor London Breed to proclaim Italian American Heritage Month.
Wow.
Italian
Thank you
Heritage.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mariam.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Well, I'd like to actually introduce you properly. I am honored here to, you can stay with me. I am honored to introduce Consul General Sergio Strozzi, the Consul General of Italy here in San Francisco. For the past 3 years, he has been a driving force in deepening the bonds between Italy and our city. His dedication has helped uplift the Italian community in San Francisco and celebrate leaders like Mayor Moscone with a special honor taking place this Friday. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, your friendship, and your partnership. It's been absolutely amazing to work with you. Stage is all yours.
Dear Chief of Protocol Muduroglu, dear Supervisor Stefani, dear fellow and friends, Consuls General, ladies and gentlemen of the Italian and Italian-American community, it's my honor to be here, dear Mariam, and do the kickoff together with you and, of course, with the support of Mayor London Breed and, of course, the presence of our supervisor, Catherine Stefani, the kickoff of the Italian Heritage Month. This is an amazing event, and let me say, as a first point I would like to touch upon, I have to express my full gratitude to Mayor London Breed for supporting the Italian and Italian-American community so deeply and more year by year. We feel her support, we feel the support of the whole City Hall team, your team, the protocol office, and all offices of the City Hall in supporting the community, the growth of the Italian Little Italy of San Francisco, which is North Beach, and representing our country, Italy, here is a great honor for me. What we've been doing so far is to build up on those strong, everlasting ties you, Supervisor Stefani, mentioned before so brilliantly. The very roots of San Francisco led on Italy somehow, and on Italians. The first immigrants who came here went through hard times. Never forget that our community felt exactly the same experience as many other communities, maybe in more recent years, have experienced. So we probably think of Italians right now as a rich people, wealth community, but we have to think that our ancestors, our great-grandparents here had a very hard time at the beginning, and that's something we always have to bear in mind and celebrate while celebrating the Italian Heritage Month. This is exactly the foundational motive why we celebrate Italians in San Francisco, because we came here, we did hard stuff, and we built up and we improved our lives and our family's life. They did it, actually. I'm using a sort of collective plural. But this something which is important to mention and remember in this moment. Supervisor Stefani, you did an amazing job in reminding to all of us how many important people we've had in the historical community of San Francisco. Great figures like former mayors, A.P. Giannini, a lot of sportsmen. And you also mentioned some of the most important persons and people who are here. I don't want to repeat that. I want to thank all of you, all the organization, but also single individuals for what you do on a daily basis to keep our community strong and visible, as you said, and connected with the rest of the city, because that's so important. That's exactly one of our goals as Consulate General, to keep the community of Italians and Italian Americans connected with other communities, to the local authorities, to the other stakeholders of the city, to the main people of the city. And that's why I just want to mention something about what we do as Italians more recently. So after the COVID, San Francisco was facing a hard time, as much as every country, every city in the world probably. The city was recovering. The Italian government decided, and it has been the only one, to invest in the city by opening our first Italian innovation hub in the world right in San Francisco. It's in Sanson Street, 710. Take the opportunity to visit it. Every Italian will be proud of seeing what Italy has done recently to bridge more with San Francisco in a field which is new, probably, which is innovation and tech, but it's a field where Italy can say a lot. It's not only banks, starting from Giannini, but also the largest Italian banks right now. It's not only energy with big giants like Eni or Enel. It's also about tech and innovation. That's why the Italian government decided to invest in the city to support the growth and recovery of the city by opening the Italian Innovation Hub. And then we kept on as Consulate General on the project of connecting the two communities of Italians, those who arrived here with their ancestors in the past and those who have arrived to San Francisco recently. Scientists, scholars, researchers, entrepreneurs. These two communities used to talk to each other a little in the past. What we've been doing with my team here is to connect these two communities to have a further collaboration between the two. There's no reason why we should be apart. And also, on the opposite, we have a lot to benefit from our cooperation. That's why we created this new the new organization, San Francisco Little Italy Organization, Honor Walk Organization, which gathers the largest organization of Italians and Italian Americans, both traditional and historical organizations like the Museo Italo-Americano, the San Francisco Italian Athletic Club, the Italian Heritage, Le Donne d'Italia, and so on, and the new ones like the Italian Scientists and North American Foundation, the Business Association Italian-American. I've seen Serena Perfetto before here, there she is, and former SVIEC, now ITAL, the Foundation of Italian Executives in Silicon Valley. We want to collaborate to make the city grow much more, to help the communities here, not only the Italians, but also the others, and we want to count more in the city as Italians. That's my message, that's my hope, and that's my hope for the celebration we have ahead of us, the Italian Heritage Month and the Columbus Day. I'm looking forward to participate in the parade. I thank all the organizers of the parade, Paul Tonelli and all the other friends, for making every year's parade edition better than the previous one. So, thank you very much again. Grazie e viva l'Italia e viva gli Stati Uniti. Sorry. That's why I have a deputy. Talking about the San Francisco Little Italy Walk, you mentioned Chief of Protocol before. I invite you all on Friday morning, 4th, so the day after tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Washington Square, front of San Francisco Italian Athletic Club. Nick is here, and ready to welcome you. We're going to have the unveiling, the plaque unveiling ceremony, the plaque dedicated to former Mayor George Moscone. It will be a great ceremony. Mayor London Breed will attend. I hope to see you, Chief of Protocol, as well, and as many friends from the City Hall. And then, of course, Supervisor Catherine Stefani will be there with us. We'll be celebrating. It will be a short celebration of 45 minutes, more or less, and the unveiling of the plaque, which is a beautiful one. It's a huge project. Apart from bringing together the association, the purpose is to dedicate plaques to the great Italian figures, historical, but also the contemporary ones. So we are looking forward to it. And in the afternoon, 6 o'clock at Innovit, the Italian Innovation Hub in Sanson Street, we're going to have the panel on Moscone's legacies with the great political writer Lincoln Mitchell, and the collaborator of former Mayor George Moscone, Mr. Molinari, talking about his experience with Mayor Moscone. Grazie, sorry for that.
It's a very exciting project. It's like the Italian Walk of Fame, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So we're very excited to see the first unveiling, and then there will be several more. And now I would like to introduce Paul Tonelli, President of the Italian Heritage Celebration. Paul is a native San Franciscan and an active member of our Italian community. You may recognize his voice because he is also the San Francisco 49ers public address announcer and the Bay Area Hall of Fame co-host of the Lamont and Tonelli Morning Show on 107.7 The Bone. Welcome, Mr. Paul Tonelli.
Thank you, Catherine. You make it sound larger than life. Sergio, better the next year. We're not there yet this year, Sergio, so hang on to those compliments until we get past October 13th. And welcome to summer in San Francisco. The first week in October, always the best weather of the year in San Francisco. I didn't think it would be this hot, but always a great week to kick off Italian Heritage Month, and looking ahead to the Italian Heritage Parade in 2.5 weeks, actually about a week and a half, next Sunday, October 13th. And when is the Columbus Day Italian Heritage Day Parade? I get asked that question every year. And if you have anybody that asks you, it's very easy. It's always the second Sunday in October. Doesn't matter what the date is, always the second Sunday. So we're looking ahead to next year when it's Sunday, October 12th, so you can mark down your calendars now. And we like to call it the best day of the year in the city, because not only do we have the parade going through North Beach, we have the tables out in the streets, food, a little vino, celebration. It's almost like a participation parade, because instead of spectators, everybody on the sidewalk kind of participates in the parade, actively celebrating the Italian heritage. It's really a festa, like a one-of-a-kind festa that we're very proud of, and the energy that it brings to the city. And when you combine that energy and the celebration of the parade through North Beach with the best weather of the year in October, Fleet Week, and the crowds that come to the city, and then the parade is punctuated not long after the end of the parade at 2:30, 2:45, boom, 3 o'clock, the Blue Angels are flying over, kind of dipping their wings toward us as a little salute to the Italians of San Francisco and the Bay Area. So we are very proud of what the parade brings to San Francisco. I'd like to congratulate our new queen for 2024-2025, Nina Rivera, who will be our queen in the parade. Congratulate our outgoing queen of the past year, Mia Sirocco, for the job she's done. They're at class this afternoon. They could not be here. We do have a few members of our Queen's Court and the Explorers. Our second contestant, Donatella Chiarelli, is here. Donatella, where are you? Thank you for being part of the court. And a couple of our explorers, George Theoridis. George, wave to the crowd. George has been with the parade for what, 5 years now? Something like that? Since you were about this big, and you've really grown up through the process of the parade, and it's great to see you. And we have Salvatore Chiarelli, who will be part of the Explorers this year. Thank you to the consulate, Sergio Strozzi and Davide Corriero of Vitalba Gamicchia. And what you've done in your short stay here so far for the Italian community in San Francisco and bringing people together, and always looking ahead to honor the Italian community in different ways. And you've spearheaded the Little Italy Honor Walk, and that's going to be spectacular as we move on with that and complete the walk over the years. Looking forward to Friday and getting that first plaque installed. And to do it at the beginning of Italian Heritage Month is so appropriate. So thank you for everything you've done in this short period of time. Of course, Davide and Vitalba, thank you for everything you do through the consulate. And the support of the parade is just invaluable. So thank you for everything you do. Of course, thanks to San Francisco, Mayor London Breed, of course, Catherine, Stephanie, and your support of the Italian community and everything you've done to get Italian Heritage Month going is unbelievable, considering where you started from as a lone voice, and to get everything accomplished. Thank you. And the support of the city is invaluable to the success of the parade, not only from the mayor's office, but from the San Francisco Grants for the Arts and their financial support of the parade with a grant that they honor us with. And we are grateful and eternally grateful for their support and financial assistance. So thank you to San Francisco Grants for the Arts. The parade is not possible without you. San Francisco Park and Rec, thank you. And our major sponsors, of course, B of A, Claudio Cipollina came to the rescue a few years back, and they continue to be one of our main sponsors. And in fact, they are our main sponsor. And without the B of A, the parade wouldn't be exactly what it is. So thanks to Claudio and the support of B of A, Lettieri Company, our last year's Grand Marshal, Tony Gimignani, Tony's Pizza from North Beach, Recology. I don't know if you've seen Recology in the parade, but their coordinated dance moves with the garbage bins is something to behold, the drill team. So you need to get out there and see it. And thanks to our chairman of the board, Steve Leveroni, for leading us every year. Thank you, Steve. So we hope you'll be with us on Sunday, October 13th in North Beach. Thanks for having us again today. And Catherine, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Wow, this will be a very, very exciting parade indeed. And Consul General Strozzi, thank you so much for your partnership and your continuing effort to build bridges and uplifting the Italian community. And Catherine, Stephanie, Supervisor Stephanie, thank you for always sharing your stories and for sharing the importance of appreciating and uplifting the heritage where we all come from. So thank you for that. And of course, it would not be an Italian event without music and opera. Isn't that right? It is my pleasure to introduce Pasquale Esposito, a talented Italian tenor from Naples. Since immigrating to the U.S. in 1998, he has released 13 albums and earned acclaim to his debut with the San Francisco Opera in 2015. Currently on a national tour, Pasquale will perform a special concert on December 5th on the National Shrine on St. Francis of Assisi, benefiting the San Francisco Italian Athletic Foundation. Please join me in welcoming the remarkable Pasquale Esposito.
It is a joy to be here with all of you today. And talking about the Italian culture, coming into the city makes me always a little sad to see what's going on around. We need to give to other culture the magic that we have, and it is the concept of family that we have. Che bella cosa è una giornata sola, un'aria serena dopo una tempesta, per l'aria fresca, per già una festa. Che bella cosa una giornata sola, ma nato sola, più bello in oh sole mia, sta in fronte a te. Sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. Quando fa notte, io solo sanno scena, ma viene quasi una malinconia. Sotto finestra tua restaria, quando fa notte io solo sanno scena, ma nato sola, più bello in oh sola mia, sta in fronte a te. Oh sola mia, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. Mr. Ron Borrelli a di accordion. Oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte